Waka, what's up, and welcome back to the channel for yet another FC Finch review, and it is Eaglemoss Day here on the FC Finch. Now, we actually got a new ship coming in a month or so, and I'm very excited to show it off, but for right now, we are going to actually get it on in the Kelvin timeline, and we're going to take a look at the Eaglemoss Hero Collector Special Edition U.S.S. Vengeance. That's right, dipping into the Kelvin universe, and of course, since this is a special edition model, we are going to take a look at the box, of course. So on the front, we have a nice product shot of the Vengeance in its flight stand. U.S.S. Vengeance at the bottom. No NCC number. She is strictly a Black Ops ship. This, of course, being the older days of Eaglemoss. We got the big four on there on the side. We got Star Trek on the other side. Knock the camera. We got Star Trek on the other side. We got a whole bunch of Star Trek.com and some other stuff on that side, and then some legal stuff all on this side. So that is, of course, for the box, and there we go for that. So let's get into it, and firstly, I cannot show off what I do not have. I did pick this ship up secondhand from another collector, so I do not have the magazine for it. So I wasn't crazy about collecting the Kelvin ships. Not that I don't enjoy the movies, though. I will admit, Into Darkness is my least favorite Star Trek film, so fun fact there. But either way, we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the Vengeance. So since I don't have the magazine, we're going to get right into the unboxing and the stand display. Now, this is what's the cool part about these videos. I don't really have the ship on display in my collection now, even though I do have more of my Eaglemoss up than usual. So you get to see the whole unboxing. So of course, real quick, let me show you the contents and their outlay. We got our stand, we got the ship, we got the stand put pedestal up here, and we're going to take those out, and they do plug in through the usual method. Just gonna put it right there, and it is not the firmest connection in the world, even though my collection is not the firmest collection in the world. And you're just gonna put that in there just like that, and then we're gonna take the ship out, and I'm just gonna grab it by the nacelle. It's not crazy difficult, and I do gotta take this off because this is kind of difficult to do. What you want to do is you just want to these prongs are going to wrap around the back of the saucer. You just kind of got to snake this in, and it's kind of a pain because she does have a very bulky star drive section here. So you're going to get it just like that around the saucer, just like that, and then you're going to plug it into its stand right here, and there you go. And she will actually sit in the box out there. She will actually sit pretty decently, the U.S.S. Vengeance. So yeah, there we have it. And let's talk about the Vengeance. So let's get her off her stand real quick, and this is a process, of course, but oh wow, came up pretty easily that time. So there we go, and of course, no identification number is the first thing we notice, and she is taught in this very dark gray, not really black, it is dark grayish, Aztecing and whatnot. In fact, you got a few different shades of gray. You got a lighter shade, you got a medium shade, and then you got a nice darker shade, and there's, of course, being a ship for Section 31, and I'm just gonna get this out right here. I am a huge believer in Deep Space Nine having the best iteration of Section 31. I think Section 31 is just fine without having ships of their own. But I'll get off my soapbox now. Let's get back to the ship. Anyway, so we got some nice light blue accents right here, looking very good, and just nice subtle details on the model. And of course, we have like this kind of cage area, and you can kind of feel where the bridge likely is. And then of course, if we look inside here, you can kind of see all this detailing inside the center. Very barren. You can tell this is just kind of a very cold ship in design, and by cold I mean like you could just kind of feel that it was meant to do terrible things and whatnot. Looking inside the nacelle, and this is a really nice detail. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can get a light in there. You can see it does have some transparent plastic for the covered Bassard collectors. That's one thing I do like about this is you can see just like the armor coming over the Bassard collector. Very cool. Just kind of got that stealth look where they try and mask off everything. Got a bit more transparent plastic down the side for the warp coils, and of course in the back of the nacelle, looking very, very good, very messy. It's a nice rib detail right here, more Aztec inside, and then of course they got a nice frontal vent here. You could kind of tell that a lot of this was taken inspiration from the Enterprise refit that we see in Wrath of Khan. That's what it feels like to me. Now coming to the bottom, and this is where the ship gets really interesting, and I love the secondary hull in this ship. It just, again, the ship has a very stealth motif going to to it, and I just feel like it just has all these extra, even though stealth, you know, they try and eliminate all the extra mumbo jumbo. This thing just kind of is just trying to mask a lot. So you got, like, I believe these are the super phasers down here at the side. You got some nice red dot detail, nice transparent blue for the deflector. I really like the way that pops. Again, this ship is all about subtle details, just things that aren't going to come out crazy, but they are going to pop. And then, of course, you got these two. Look, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be for the warp drive or whatnot. Looks like what appears to be escape pods on the bottom, which makes sense. The ship did not have that many people piloting it, so again, not that much of a crew to take care of. And again, you got some nice molded detail for the super phasers right down here. A lot of molded detail around the deflector, which is interesting because we seldom see that with Federation ships. So really cool. Several holes in the saucer section all the way around, and of course we go in the back. I just want to get a good look at this because I love this nacelle design. I love how it kind of curls out all evil, like, just looks very, very cool. As far as nacelle alignment goes, I mean, yeah, that looks okay. I don't really notice anything. I do know that this nacelle is kind of pushed in just a smidge. It's kind of cockeyed, whatnot. And then of course we got some nice transparent blue for the impulse thrusters on the back of the saucer section, looking very, very cool. And again, just nice details along the nacelles right here. And we got some nice rib detail coming around back right here on the back of the star drive section. Again, some nice everything kind of coming to a nice geometrical halt. Again, not a very round ship. She's very very cold, very edgy, you know, just has that real stealth appeal, and I think that's really kind of cool. Not much weight to it, yet again, there's really no die cast in this ship, so just something to be mindful of as big as she is. And for a couple comparisons, no, I don't have a Kelvin Enterprise, so we're gonna have to do with the standard Enterprise refit model, and we can just kind of get a size comparison, which kind of, let's see, I believe the definitely out of scale. I believe the length of the Vengeance was like 1,400 meters. It was a freaking huge ship, and this is about just shy of 300, I believe, by a little bit. So there we go, right there. You can kind of see it almost fits inside the entire saucer. And let's get a good look from the front, so you can kind of see how that feels, and kind of see, again, I love how these ships share a similar profile but a much darker purpose. And let's get a good look from the side. Again, it's so weird trying to get the Vengeance like here, but that looks pretty darn good. Again, you just kind of see, I love the profile. You can kind of see some of the detailing that melds into the Vengeance. And real quick, we're going to do one final comparison. We're going to do it with an XL, of course, the U.S.S. Enterprise, so you can kind of see. And yeah, I mean, lengthwise, you're getting XL size here, and I don't believe this ever cost as much as an XL. So again, you can kind of see what kind of size you're getting into here. Let's trying to finagle these ships. They're not the easiest thing to handle. And yeah, so there we go. And yeah, even the cell length, you know, you can see you kind of got almost as long nacelles, and saucer roughly about the same size. So yeah, and there you go for comparison. So let's summarize, and there we have it for the Eaglemoss Hero Collector Special Edition U.S.S. Vengeance model. And yeah, I mean, overall, these Kelvin timeline ships, a lot of them were just special editions, as I just said, but it really is a beautiful ship. Now, there isn't that much weight to it, but again, the thing I love about the ship is the nice subtle details, just the nice transparent plastic. There's transparent plastic about, giving it that nice premium feel, lots of nice subtle coloring amidst an otherwise cold, calculated design, and that's what I love about it. Again, the ship has a very stealthy feel to it, and granted, that is an attribute of the ship that they designed, but it's nice that Eaglemoss was able to replicate that, and I'm definitely happy to have this ship in my collection. Even though I'm not that crazy about Into Darkness as a film, I always have kind of loved the idea of a shadow Enterprise, and that's what the Vengeance feels like to me. So definitely, it is a very cool ship to have in your collection, and I do recommend it for yours if you're just a fan of all those kinds of ships, or you're just a Star Trek fan in general and you're inclusive and accepting of all the various universes and iterations that it has. And that being said, now I got this model from a friend. I don't recall seeing it on Real Merch, but I'll put a link in the description anyway, so you can check that out. Definitely give them a look at. I have ordered from them, and they are a very good site to order from. I do have another ship coming on the way. We'll discuss more about that as we get closer. And that being said, if you found this video fun and informative, please do consider liking the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel. I do Eaglemoss at least once a week. Excuse me. I try to do it sometimes twice a week. It gets a little light in the summer and springtime, but we are going to be getting hot and heavy back into it very soon. And that being said, it is time for this video to end. So thank you so much for watching. Live long and prosper.